You? How are you?
Me too. It's been a while. It's been a while.
What are you doing? You're coaching. You're inspiring the youth.
I am. I'm in Mississippi right now, where I graduated from. Yeah, we're gearing up for regionals on tomorrow. Then it's South State and State. So we're at the end of the road.
Every track season goes by so fast, and that's why we have to take an opportunity and talk about it.
Man,
Yeah.
it blew by this year. But I'm happy for the kids. They'll do great tomorrow.
Yeah. Regionals. And
Yes,
I mean, we had different regionals, right? So, like, talk about how stressful only three attempts
man.
at the regional level.
So it's tough because if you're a fouler like me, it's not beneficial. But I'm lucky enough to have a advanced jumper. I coach one good girl. We have one long jumper and one male long jumper, and my male is a ninth grader. So he's he's come along. He's probably PR so far at every meet. So I'm excited for him, and he's when you get a text from your kids and they're just excited about the new opportunities and the PRs and things like that we're on the right track. So it's real stressful for them, but they got a non-stressful coach, so we'll be all right.
Yeah, the epitome of cool, calm, and collected. Brittney Reese,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, and I try to instill it on them. Like, we're fine, just go back, do this, do that, and we'll be good.
Right. I had the absolute privilege of officiating the new men's discus world record this weekend.
Wow,
Yeah, and Nicholas Alekna is 21 years old.
really?
Yeah. So you talk about cool, calm, and collected. Like, it was the coolest thing to watch, Brittany. He had six throws over 70 meters, all six of them.
Wow.
It took forever. There were three flights, like warm ups between every flight.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was a field event athlete's nightmare, and it was hot, and I was like trying my absolute best. I
yeah.
didn't throw the world record till the fifth round,
Wow.
and like to do that at 21, like I am amazed. Like I
I'm
cannot
I'm
believe
really
it.
amazed. I didn't know he was that young. That's insane.
It's super
Oh,
cool.
good for
So
him.
I'm gonna write an op-ed thing for Tracktown about it because I'm just obsessed with the story. I'm super excited. And there are
You
so many
should.
athletes that are going to be at Prefontaine that are like that.
Man, it's a bunch. It's gonna be an exciting track meet. Pre-fund is always exciting. When I was competing there, pretty sure for you too. Um, PR galore for me.
Yeah.
So I'm loving the lineup so far, and especially like what we got right now, the discus and the pole vault. So it's gonna be some good attempts out
Yes.
there.
And to be clear, Nicholas will not be at Prefontaine. There's women's
No,
discus and men's shot put in the
yes,
throws and other limited events, like because the Diamond League has different events spread all throughout the world. But
exactly.
like I love about both of us, we've both been like this our entire careers, like paying attention to other events is like
Almost
just
definitely.
there are cool stories in every single athlete's like your ninth grade guy long jumper story is like
Hmm.
there are so many details that are just as important as Nicholas Alekna's journey to the world
I
record.
agree. I most definitely agree.
That's what we're doing
Yeah.
here. Should we introduce everyone knows you. We can introduce me.
Yes. No, everybody knows you. Well, I'm Brittney Reese, three-time Olympian, gold medalist, silver medalist, world champion, indoor world champion, USA champion.
What, seven time world champion? Seven.
Yes, seven-time world champion. Yes.
I I want to get to this later because I think it's like really fun in terms of being cool, calm, and collected. But I have the most distinct memory of you in the village in London with your bottle of
Oh,
Dom
yes.
Perignon, just standing
Yes.
there, not drinking it, just like holding it, celebrating, like it's sealed still, like but it's after the
Yeah.
medal ceremony, and I just like when I think of Brittney Reese, that's what I think of, and I love it because you're just like soaking up the moment, taking your time
Yeah.
celebrating, and I just like it's my favorite memory. It's so fun.
Yes. And the crazy thing about that story is I didn't even drink it. Like, I gave it to the sweet mates. I was like, here y'all go, I'm out of here.
They're part of it too, right? And like
Yeah, no, I really everybody that was in our suite, I was like, y'all can have it. Y'all have fun.
so funny. Well, I'm Kara Winger. I am not a gold medalist, but threw the javelin for a very long time. And, you know, in a lot of ways, I think we both went out on top, which is super cool. Watching you in Tokyo is one of my most inspiring moments as well.
Really appreciate that.
And yeah, I won nationals a bunch of times, four-time Olympian. The crowning glory of my entire career was being voted closing ceremonies flag bearer by my peers in Tokyo, including.
Yes, I did vote for you.
Thank you. I also went 12 years without a PR and finally did it at the end of my career, which is super.
And that's when you talk about going on top. That's how you go off on top.
Yeah, man. And I needed the urgency, like we both dealt with injuries. Like I needed the pressure to really do it when it counted, when it wasn't going to be possible anymore. Yeah, so
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Okay, tell me your favorite Prefontaine Classic memory.
I have tons, and I competed at maybe like 4 or 5 of them. But I wouldn't say I have a memory, but I do know every time I'm there, the crowd is involved. It's like I'm going to jump 23, and I think I probably jumped 23 every time I went out there. And it's always been fun to go out there because I feel like that's where the energy is at. And you just want to be there. You want to be at that meet. You want to be there and compete against some of the top athletes in the world. And it just brings out the best of you to where you know, it's like towards the end of the season to where you're getting ready and gearing up for the World USA Championships. So you want to be at your best because you're competing against the best. And I probably say every time I stepped on the track over there, I was ready to compete and jump in 23 feet. So that's probably my memory of is mainly the fans out there and how they're engaged with us out there. They're really some real track fans out there.
Yeah, the atmosphere for sure.
Yeah.
Thoughts on New Hayward versus Old Hayward? Like, is it different with the fans or the same?
I feel it has more seating. So the time that I was able to compete there at the trials, so the crowd was about the same, but I feel like Old Hayward they just gave me that. But I know now that when they first built it, it wasn't as packed, but I know now that more fans will be there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be rocking for those athletes, and I'm excited for them to see and watch.
Yeah, for sure. For trials, it'll be super, super fun. I can agree with you. Like, you absolutely felt every athlete that had ever competed at Old Hayward, like in your bones, like while you're on the runway.
Yeah, there.
And the fans, of course, like it's just more intimate, it's more packed. But like I love New Hayward for its reminiscence to like a small European stadium.
Like I need that.
Yeah, and
the
it's like
seating, the way it goes up, like I agree.
Like a little bowl. The first time I walked in there, I was like, I feel like I'm in Europe, and I love that. It's like bringing the experience of European track and field to the United States. And
because competing over there they're really big stadiums. So to have something like that in the United States, to have that feel, it really is cool. So I agree with that.
For sure. And the fan experience, like in the middle of the track, like on the javelin runway, all the noise just goes like directly to that spot from the fans. It's the coolest thing ever. Like on my last throw at Worlds in 2022.
So that's why you like, yeah.
I could hear every single clap, like the whole stadium.
It'd be rocking in there. I love it. I really do love it.
Yeah. My favorite pre-memory, and I know like we both compete on runways, but when you check in javelins or any throwing implement, discuses, they're the property of the field. Like anyone can throw your implement.
See, I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. And so
I did not know that.
There's this athlete, and maybe you can relate to this. I will not name names, and you don't have to either. That on the runway to warm up, this person like always cuts in line. Is that a thing? In the launch
It is. It's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
And it's a mental game, and you're like, I see what you're trying to do, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine. Yeah. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. So this person kept throwing my javelin, and she's allowed to. It's fine.
Yeah.
At 2010 Prefontaine, like my first ever Prefontaine Classic, it was the week after I set my first American record. So I'm just like, am I that good? Can I repeat that? Like,
Right.
what's going on? And I couldn't throw my own javelin because she was right before me in the order. So I wasn't going to like take the time and get my javelin and bring it back.
Yeah.
So this person was leading. And in the last round, I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to like use that. Or no, I was right before her. And so she would take the javelin early and I wouldn't be brave enough to like grab it and use it
Yeah.
and bring it back. So in the last round, I finally did. And I was like, I'm going to throw this and I'll grab it and I'll bring it back to you. 65-90 meet record, stadium record, won the competition. And then I brought the javelin back and I was like, here
you go. This is her.
Here you go.
That's crazy. That's what's up.
Respectfully.
Yes. They, like you said, not naming names, but it happens in a long jump where you'll like certain marks will accidentally get kicked.
No.
Yes.
No. But we got to rise above. We definitely do.
Yes. Accidentally. It's okay.
We forgive them.
We forgive them. It's
And
all is all.
When you are Brittney Reese, the long jump goat, like you rise above. You just do what you need to do and you make it happen anyway.
You just make it happen. You make it happen.
And speaking of making it happen, like these athletes that are coming to Pre are wild.
Man, Olympic champions, world champions, you name it, they got it. They got it there. You name it, they got it.
Yeah. And the women's discus and women's pole vault fields will get filled fully like on the way to Pre, but we've announced 5 total athletes, like 5 women in the field events who are coming to Prefontaine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excited about
it. Katie Moon, I think, and Sandy are also jumping in Doha, so they will get marks out there in the outdoor season before Prefontaine.
They get there, yeah. Right now they haven't competed, so.
And then Xiamen tomorrow has all 3 of our announced women's discus throwers as well.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for that pole vault. I'm not even gonna lie. And that's one event that I don't want to do, but I love to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie Moon and Sandy are the best to me. They're unique in their own way. They can get the job done when it needs to happen. I just love watching them compete.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Katie is such a cool story to me, like a D3 athlete that has just climbed the ranks. I love it.
I do.
And then Sandy coming from absolutely storied Arkansas is, burst on the scene, has been good for so long. How much of a chip on her shoulder do you think that there is? She's never been overall. She's been indoor world champion, but not outdoor, and not Olympic gold medalist, but silver medalist so many times.
Yeah, she has that last little, like I know I wanted to complete like Olympic champion, world indoor champion, world outdoor champion. You kind of want that. So I'm pretty sure Sandy is gearing up for something really special this season, because I know as a competitor, as an athlete, you got that hunger, you got that grit, and you know you're missing that one thing. I feel like she will be the perfect person this season to watch. I feel like she's the one you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to get it done. I love her though.
I agree so much. Like I was in Brussels for the Diamond League final in 2016 when Sandy jumped 501. Like Katie is not yet a 5-meter vaulter, right?
No, not yet.
And Sandy is. And like that experience is just when it's that deep, like when she's been jumping that high for that long, like, you can draw on that at any moment.
And that's crazy. Some crazy things happen in the Olympic year. Yeah, Katie hasn't jumped 5 meters yet, but it's Olympic year. Everybody is on that top. I know I have to, like when I was jumping, I knew I had to jump 23 feet to get a medal.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Katie knows the closer she is to 5 meters, can she repeat? But Sandy also has the PR, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me more about facing that reality head on. Like people can either stay reliant on their strengths or focus on their weaknesses and just like be realistic about having to jump 495, having to jump 23 feet. Like, how do you wrap your head around that every day?
You just have to. So the difference for me, like I knew I had to fix my landing in order to jump 23 feet. So what I was doing was practicing on the little things every single year with my landing. So you don't want to just put all your main focus on that little thing. So I'm pretty sure, Katie probably is probably something really small that is stopping her from getting to 5 meters, just like it was for me. Was my landing to me is small because I'm still out jumping people, but you got to have that mentality that you want to be better and you want to focus on the small things and still be able to maintain the big things that make you so great. So I'm pretty sure that's what Katie's doing right now.
Yeah.
She's gearing up the small things.
It all comes down to just like little tiny degrees when it.
It always is. It's always is.
And that like one specific, slightly different like physical cue can just sharpen everything else that you already can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it.
It's always something, yes.
Well, in watching Katie, like in terms of Prefontaine Classic specifically, Katie Moon has crushed it at Hayward Field.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has definitely dominated.
But she took attempts at 502 last year at USA's. And then Diamond League final champion at Pre. Yeah. I loved that too. Can you imagine tying in the long jump?
I could not imagine tying. Yeah. I was like, no, give us one more jump.
And it would take like all 6 rounds, right? To be exactly the same for a tie to happen.
That would be great. That'd be hard. That's hard to do, but man, if that was to happen, that'd be crazy though.
Yeah, because I loved like Katie's input on pre-classic last year, her Diamond League trophy win.
Mm-hmm.
There was a jump off, and like it was so cool to me to hear her say like people didn't get the tie at World Championships. Like there was a lot of heat for that, and so she had this really cool opportunity all of a sudden right away to prove that she could win a jump off, and she did at Hayward. So.
At Hayward.
Maybe she jumps 5 meters at Hayward this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for her.
Me too. But agree about Sandy with that chip. It's going to be great.
Yes, that's why I think this head-to-head match is going to be something to watch. They both have been going back and forth with medals all year long. Like since, if I'm mistaken, like 2016, they've both been getting medals, whether it's gold or silver. So they know each other well. I knew my competitors well, so I'm pretty sure they know each other well. And it's going to be a nice little competition to watch and engage in.
For sure. Sure. So women's discus. Tell me your reaction to La Longa Tasanga World Champion 2023.
I watched that. I watched that. And it was so exciting because wasn't it her last attempt?
Her fifth
round. Or was it first?
Okay. Yeah.
I knew she would. Yeah, I knew it was something close to the end. For her to be straight out of college and throwing that far to win gold, I think the last time we won gold was a while back for the United States. A while back. Yeah. And so for her to throw that so young and so poised after finishing a college career, that was pretty exciting for her.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I am so amazed. Like there's just like something about stacking up victories on certain stages, right? So just like
Yes.
we were talking about with Katie in Eugene, she knows she can jump high in Eugene. She's done it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And like once you
Mm-hmm.
get past like that little hurdle, that mental hurdle of like maybe
Mm-hmm.
something bad has happened here in the past, but I'm changing the narrative. Like I'm doing my job and switching it up. So Logie made 2 World Championships finals, but finished 12th both times. And so my very good friend, fellow javelin thrower Ariana Ince, was her roommate in Budapest.
Wow.
And Logie said when she left for the final, she said, I just don't want to get 12th.
Don't we all?
As long as I'm top 8, everything is fine. And the mental strength, like she's talked about it on a couple different podcasts, which I like highly recommend everybody go listen to, because hearing her joy in the entire experience of Worlds, like it's not just about the 5th round, it's like how she dug herself out of a hole and prepared for that competition. And then to PR in the first 3 throws, like throw number 3 was a PB to make the final. And then round 5, 69 meters to win World Championships for the first time ever that an American woman has won Worlds. And then back it up with 68.36, which, by the way, is exactly what she threw at Prefontaine. Like to have a 4-meter PB and then throw just as far almost in the last round, back it up. And then at Prefontaine to back it up even more with the same distance. And be absolutely within striking distance of the Diamond League trophy. Like that breakthrough is about so much more than distance. It's just like the confidence in yourself to do that round after round after round.
Man, she was a beast that year.
Amazing.
She was killing it. She was killing it all year long.
And the super historic part of it is another athlete that will be at Prefontaine, Valerie Allman, with silver. Valerie. Yes. The American record holder at 71.46 is the American record. But like that, I went to the medal ceremony in Budapest because now they do the ceremonies like outside of the stadium, right? And so I was like in the crowd, like like losing my mind as a fellow women's thrower. Standing like with John D'Agata, Logie's coach, and Lisa Allman, Valerie's mom. Like it was like they were right next to each other watching their proteges like get these medals in historic fashion. And yeah, it's so wild and so easy to forget because of Logie's historic win that Valerie was the first woman to medal at World Championships. Yeah.
She was. And Valerie was my suite mate in Tokyo.
Really?
So when she won, I was like, she was right next to me. And I love the way that she throws at the end. She got like a little ballerina little thing going on. It's pretty cool. But she's a beast too. Man, I love it.
It's amazing. And like so I got to officiate her first American record.
Lucky you.
It was I'm setting some kind of record for like officiating records.
I think you are. I think you need to be at more meets officiating because you bringing something to it.
It's not about me, you know. It's about that. I'm just trying to facilitate a good atmosphere. But the consistency with which she has dropped absolute bombs like ever since that 2020 meet is so amazing. Yeah, and she has such clutch performances in Hayward Field as well. So like in 2022, she didn't make the final until her 3rd round throw. She had 2 fouls in qualifying. And then smashed a throw. Sounds like you.
Sounds like something I would do.
Been there, done that. And then gets bronze like in a super high level competition. So like that's something I think is super cool that Logie and Val have in common as well, because Logie actually fouled out of trials in 2021 at Hayward. But then at USA's last year, she PR'd to make the Budapest team. Like she had to throw the
Yep,
standard
she
on her
did.
final throw, and then returns to Prefontaine at the end of 2023 and has her second
Mhm.
best performance ever. So like for me, she has conquered those demons, and I'm super excited to watch her not only at Prefontaine but at the trials this year because she hasn't made an Olympic
Okay.
team yet.
Do you feel like the American record is in jeopardy at Prefontaine?
At Prefontaine, I'm going to say yes.
I agree.
Because the stadium record is 70.01.
Hmm.
We know about the Hayward for javelin. It's the Hayward headwind.
Exactly.
Now it's a little bit different. Tailwind for the long jump runway typically,
Hmm.
and it comes in kind of from the right side of
Yes, it
the
does.
discus, which is really good for both right-handed discus throwers.
Hmm.
So Val threw 70.01 in qualifying at trials in 2021, and that is like the new Hayward record, but it's
Hayward
also
record.
the
Hmm.
overall Hayward record. So they
Hmm.
both know that they can throw really far on
I
that.
agree.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Hopefully, we do see a bunch of 70-meter throws. That'll be awesome for the crowd.
it'd be amazing.
It would.
And the third person that will be at Prefontaine in the women's discus, guess how many overall Diamond League wins Sandra Elkasevich, I
That's that
believe.
bitch.
Brand new married woman, formerly Perkovich, entering a new era. I loved like getting married, changing my name, and then being really good at the javelin still. Just a new chapter.
Yeah.
How
Whole
many
new
Diamond
person.
League wins overall do you think she has?
Definitely, definitely over 30 for sure. I know for sure she was on a tear for like 2, 3 years, just on a tear.
And from the jump, right? Like from the very beginning of the Diamond League.
From the very beginning of the Diamond League, she was there. So I know well over 30.
Brittney, it's 46. It's
I know
46.
that's a record on its own. That's definitely a record on its own.
I was like, is this for real? Like I had to count in the World Athletics profile. 46 individual wins, 7 overall finals wins, and 3 of those Diamond League wins are at Prefontaine Classic. She knows how to win.
Oh, she's a Prefontaine Classic legend.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
incredible. 7 Diamond League trophies. Man, makes me wonder how many Diamond Leagues do. Who has the most Diamond League trophies? I think it might be her.
We're going to have to ask somebody because
We
that
are.
is so many. That is
That's a
such a
lot.
robust shelf
That
in
that's
her house.
amazing. That trophy heavy, by the way.
Right?
So to have 7 of them, my goodness.
That's what I mean.
That's
You need to build structure to hold 7
yeah.
Diamond League trophies.
I'm gonna ask her, can I come to her house just to see where she houses everything?
And are they all together, or do you put one in every room so that you can just enjoy throughout your
The
house?
view. Yeah, just enjoy the view. Looking at a big diamond trophy.
What would you do? Spread them out.
I will spread them out.
Yeah.
You go steps, it's a trophy.
And like above every door frame. Like so every time
Yeah.
you walk through a new room, you're like, oh, that's me. I did that.
You gotta have it as soon as you come in. It's a diamond league trophy as soon as you walk in your house.
Yeah. Just all around the door.
Man, what? But yeah, Sandra is a legend in that discus throw, and you can never count her out. And what we say in long jump is last one, best one.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. The battle at Eugene World Championships in 2022, Cassandra was silver and Val got bronze. And Bin Feng of China, who I think they're all on the start list, definitely for Xiamen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Surprised everybody in the first round, right, with a 69-meter throw, but 100% that is what Sandra does best, I think, is absolutely battle back.
Yeah.
But now
Because
we know that Loggie's capable of that too. Yeah.
yeah, I've watched her, Sandra, over the years, and she doesn't get too rattled because she knows what she's capable of. So you can never count her out, no matter until she's done throwing. Until she's done, then the competition may be done. But until then, never won with Sandra in that lineup. Never won. It's never just a given. You're gonna earn it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tough field, but exciting field to watch all these. You got the up and comers and versus the the veterans. So it's gonna be good.
It's going to be so exciting. And Prefontaine Classic will just add more and more athletes as we get closer to May 25th, the Prefontaine Classic. Jaime Perez, the former Cuban athlete, the discus thrower, she will also be in China tomorrow. She threw 73.09 this weekend.
Wow.
So speculation on like whether she'll get added. But these three undisputed superstars, and Katie and Sandy, like it's going to be absolutely wild. I can't wait to be there. When's the last time you were at Prefontaine Classic?
Last time, 2022.
Sweet.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah.
Amazing. The new era.
I'm excited though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for them.
Well, we will both be there, and I cannot wait.
Yes, we will.
That straightaway, one of my favorite jumps moments from Pre was the one year that Will Clay and Christian Taylor were just back and forth with their distances. That crowd was fully into it. Fully into it.
Had the pleasure of training with Will for many years, and that's him. We battle in practice. That energy that he brings to a competition, he brings to practice. So when him and Christian, they went to college together at the University of Florida. So when both of them get together, it's going to be some great jumps. So love them both.
Absolutely. And you talk about competitors knowing each other. That's such a good example too.
That's definitely one.
Yeah, when you see each other like every single year. I love watching athletes, and maybe this is something that like fans can kind of keep an eye on as they're watching. I love looking away from the ring or looking away from the runway and seeing how people's game faces are like building throughout a competition.
Different types of game faces. You got your stretchers. You got the ones that just staring off into space.
You got your drill doers, like
your your A skips.
Mm-hmm. Who's making eye contact? Who's
not?
Just
looking at the stands.
Hey, mom. Yeah. Everybody just like staying in their lane. And as a competitor, I absolutely loved like respecting that about other people. Like, what do I need? And how do I give them space to get what they need? Because at the end of the day, we're all competing against ourselves. Like, that's my favorite thing about field events. Like, when it's competition, it is competition. And then you leave that behind because you are not rubbing elbows with anybody. You all get your 1 minute of glory.
Exactly.
So it's really easy to be a fantastic sport because, like, there's nothing I can do to prevent you from succeeding. Or
it's all on you, not on me.
Yeah. So you do you, I'll do me, and then we'll be buddies for life, and it's great.
Forever.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, Brittney, this was so fun, and I'm going to go absolutely binge Road to Tracktown because I believe you dropped today as well.
Yes. I'm going to go do the same.
And you're having another watch party tonight, am I wrong?
I am. Oregon Relays high school meet. It's going to be fun. I love watching, being a track coach now and watching the kids compete. A newfound respect. It's a different approach. You can't be, it just takes me back because I can't be too direct because they don't know the terminology. So you got to be a little bit more patient. And it's just, I think the best part of coaching high school and watching high school athletes is how excited they get to accomplish something that they thought they couldn't do. I have a ton of athletes that this is their first time running track, and then they're PRing, progressing every track meet, and the excitement. And they come to me and start explaining, well, if I would have did this, and I felt myself do that, I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere, because now you're expressing yourself. And so when they do PR, they know the good things that they did, and they know the bad things that they did. So I don't have to do too much coaching when we get to the track meet. Just, chill, hang out, because I help out with the sprints and jumps, and it's cool. So I'm excited to live stream tonight, Oregon relays, watching the girls and boys long jump. I looked at the roster. They got some 23 feet men jumpers. That's pretty decent. And some great jumpers, 20 feet jumpers for the girls side. So I love watching them jump. I love to help any way that I can. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I feel the same. I get so creepy with my memory about other people's stats. Like, I just get very excited to talk to people about how they've been doing and just support them from afar. So it's so fun to be in this position with you, a Tracktown USA ambassador, because I've always known this about you, and it's super fun to share in the nerdiness of the sport.
Yes, I'm excited for the partnership with us, and we're going to do some great things. We're going to have some fun.
Mm-hmm. And everybody watching, tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you want to do. Yeah. We're going to do it. Yeah. We'll make it happen.
We can make it happen.
Yeah. Well, here I go to binge Road to Tracktown and watch the Xiamen Diamond League tomorrow, because all three of our discus throwers that are coming to Pre are going to throw. And Val and Loggy have started their seasons, but Sandra has yet to throw a discus. So fireworks about to happen. And we'll be back next week to talk about more field.
Yeah. It's more field events coming.
Cool. Well, thank you for hosting me. So good to see you as always.
You too. Thanks for joining in. We'll talk back soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye, Superstar.
Bye.